The echoing abyss. The old asylum had been abandoned for over 50 years, yet its presence still loomed over Black Hollow like a rotting corpse refusing to decay. The townsfolk spoke in hushed voices about the things that lurk within, the shadows that moved when no one was watching. No one dared to step inside. Until now, Dr. Evelyn Carter adjusted her coat as she stood before the decaying facade of Black Hollow Asylum. The towering structure seemed to breathe in the cold night air, its broken windows like empty sockets staring into the abyss. She had spent years chasing legends, dissecting urban myths with science. But this place had always been different. The disappearances, the hushed stories, the warnings carved into the very walls of the town. They all pointed to something more than mere superstition. She stepped forward. The gates, rusted and unyielding for decades, grown open as if welcoming her. The air inside was thick, pressing against her lungs like unseen hands. With each step in the asylum, the silence deepened, not the absence of sound, but a void, listening, waiting. And then in the distance, a door creaked open on its own. She wasn't alone. The asylum's entrance stood tall, its rusted iron gates yawning open like a mouth ready to consume her. The moment she stepped inside, the air turned thick and heavy. The silence wasn't empty, it was listening. As she moved down the long, peeling corridors, her flashlight flickered. She could almost hear faint whispers beneath the hum of static in her ears, voices calling her name. Then she saw it, a door marked Wardby 13. It wasn't in the asylum's official records. It wasn't supposed to exist. Yet it was unlocked. Evelyn pushed the door open, revealing a dimly lit room. The walls were lined with old hospital beds, but they weren't empty. Figures sat upright, their backs facing her. She could hear the faint sound of breathing, though the air was stale. The moment she stepped closer, every single figure turned its head in perfect unison. Their eyes were hollow, black pits that swallowed the light. Their mouths open, but no sound came out. Instead, a deep, guttural whisper filled the room. "You should not have come." Evelyn staggered back, her pulse thundering in her ears. The walls around her began to pulse, as though the asylum itself was alive. A sharp pain shot through her skull, and for the first time in her life, she felt fear unlike any she had known. A new voice rose above the whispers, deep and commanding. "You wanted the truth. Now you will become part of it." The figures stood, their movements jerky and unnatural. The floor beneath Evelyn cracked, revealing an abyss of shifting darkness. She screamed, but the sound never left the room. She tried to run, but the shadows moved faster. Hands, not of flesh but of darkness itself, reached from the walls, grasping at her limbs. The air grew colder, her breath now visible in ragged gasps. The whispers became deafening, a cacophony of lost voices echoing through her mind. "Help me!" she shrieked, her voice swallowed by the abyss. She clawed at the doorway, but the room had changed. There was no exit, only darkness, only them. The last thing she saw was her own reflection in the void, her face twisted in terror, but her eyes were hollow, black pits. When the townsfolk walked past the asylum the next day, they noticed something odd. The rusted gates were no longer open. The air felt different, heavier, as if something had changed. Deep within the asylum, inside Wardby 13, a new figure sat among the others, eyes vacant, lips moving in silent prayer. Dr. Evelyn Carter had found the truth, and now she would never leave.